Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to my channel, guys. Hope you're all doing well and doing great. Today we are back with another video and we are going to talk about inheritance. In this chapter, we are going to discuss about some basic terms. What is inheritance? What is DNA? What is gene, allele, chromosomes, phenotype versus genotype, dominant and recessive allele, and there are many other terms that we are going to discuss in this part 1 video. So let's jump into the video first. Inheritance means that the transfer of characteristics. So we can say that the transfer of characteristics from parents to offspring or the transfer of traits from parents to offspring. जो traits आपको आपके parents से मिलते हैं उन traits को उन characteristics को हम basically inheritance का नाम देते हैं. For example, your height. If your father has huge height and he's taller, then that means, and you are taller as well, then there is the reason behind this, that your father's gene, a tall gene, is transferred into your body. That's why you're having the tall height. If your mother is having brown eye color, तो आपकी अगर eye color brown है तो it is possible कि वो gene आपकी body के अंदर आपकी mother side से आई है. For example, you are having just look at the picture below. Like this mother is having the black hair, but the father has brown hair. But this boy is having the brown wavy hair because his father has the brown wavy hair, and that gene is transferred into this boy. And this mother is having the black eye, and this boy is having the black eye color. Why is that so? Because this gene is transferred from his mother's side. This skin color can also be transferred from the mother's side or from the father's side. So this is a little example of inheritance or the hereditary characters. So now come to the next point, and that is what is genetics. Genetics is basically the study of gene, structural gene or the functional gene, or the study of inheritance is called as genetics. जिसमें हम जीन के स्ट्रक्चर को कैसे जो है ट्रेट्स ट्रांसफर हुए हैं फ्रॉम पेरेंट्स टू ऑफस्प्रिंग, उसकी स्टडी को बेसिकली हम जेनेटिक्स कहते हैं. And then the next basic term is basically what is chromosome. Chromosome is basically the genes are basically present in the chromosome. So this chromosome is a thread-like structure visible in the nucleus during cell division, and it is made up of DNA molecule, a long DNA molecule when condensed to form a chromosome. When the cells start before the cell division, this thread-like structure is called as chromatid, but once the cells start division, this thread-like structure is called as chromosome. Let me show you. Here you go. Like in our there are the million and trillions of cells in our body. If we are going to study one cell, in the center of the cell the nucleus is present, and in nucleus there are 46 chromosomes in each cell. In each cell, like it doesn't mean that in the 46 cells there are the millions and trillions of cells. As I said, that there are million and trillions of cells in our body. We cannot estimate that how many cells are present in a human body or in any living organism. Living organism mean human, animals and plants. So if we are going to study one cell, in a cell or in each cell there are the 46 number of chromosome, in which when the cells start division, meiosis division, the 23 comes from the male side and 23 comes from the female side. So in each cell there are the 46 number of chromosome, and that are present in the nucleus. So if we just zoom up the nucleus, then we're going to see, or zoom up the chromosome. This is the shorter length and the longer arm of the chromosome, and the point where both of the arms meet, that is called as the centromere. And this chromosome is basically made up by a thread-like structure, and that thread-like structure is basically the DNA. This DNA combines or condensed to form a chromosome. Hopefully this is clear now. So another thing is there is the homologous chromosome. Homologous chromosome are those chromosomes which is present in the form of pairs having similar shape and having same size, except the sex chromosome. What does that mean? The sex chromosome is the chromosome which identifies the genes of a baby. Like if X chromosome is coming, XX is having basically a female is having the XX chromosome, whereas the male is having XY chromosome. And if the Y chromosome come from the male side and X chromosome come from the female side, then there's a possibility of a boy. And if both the male is having giving the X chromosome and the female is also giving the X chromosome, then there will be the possibility of the girl. But this is another thing, another topic. We're going to discuss about it later. Here I'm going to show you the 23 pair of chromosome, as the chromosome are always present in the form of pairs. So when there's the meiosis division, like it means that when there's the sex division, so the 23 number of chromosomes are present. The 22 chromosomes are considered as the homologous chromosome, which are you can see that they are in the same size, are in the same shape, and having similar shape and size. Hold on. I just have zoom in, and so here you go. You can see the chromosome number 1, they are of same size and same shape. Chromosome number 2 of same size and same shape. Chromosome 3 are same size and same shape, until the 22 chromosome. And these 22 chromosomes are called as autosomal chromosomes, and whereas the 23rd pair is basically called as the sex chromosome, which identify the gene of a baby, which basically determine as a sex chromosome. This is the male karyotype because it is having X and Y chromosome, whereas the female is having both XX chromosome. Now another thing is that what is gene and what is allele as the segment of DNA. This segment of DNA is basically called as gene, or which are having some specific function, which performs specific function is called as gene. And alternative form of, we are going to present gene in some form. हमें gene को किसी symbolic form में present करना है कि ये hair gene है, hair color की gene है, ये eye color की gene है, ये height की gene है. तो उसको present करने के लिए हम जो use करते हैं term that is called as allele. So we can say that the alternative form of the same gene or alternative form of gene is called as allele, and gene is always present in the form of pairs. For example, for the height of the plant, we can consider, for the tall height, we can symbolize it capital T, capital T. As I said that the gene is always in the form of, or allele is always in the form of pairs. So capital T is for the taller height, whereas the small t is denoted as the small height, or we can also call it as dwarf plant. So for many centuries, it was understood that the traits could be inherited. साइंटिस्ट जो है उन्होंने अंदाजा लगाया, लेकिन वो अनेबल थे कि वो एक्सप्लेन कर सकें कि कैसे हाउ सच ट्रेट्स बेसिकली वर इनहेरिटेड फ्रॉम पेरेंट्स अंटिल द मिड ऑफ द 19th सेंचुरी. फिर एक न्यू साइंटिस्ट आए जिनका नाम था मेंडल्स, और 19th सेंचुरी में ही वाज अ प्रीसिस्ट, पादरी था जिसका नाम था जॉर्ज मेंडल, हु फर्स्ट एक्सप्लेन हाउ हेरिडिटी माइट work. And Mendel performed the experiment, and then experiment की बात हम बाद में करेंगे, लेकिन later on hopefully these terms are clear. तो उस basis पे हम इनको allele को इस तरह लिख सकते हैं. And now there are the two types of allele. One is called as homozygous allele and one is called as heterozygous allele. Homo means same. If a person is having similar type of allele or similar type of gene is called as, or if a person is having similar trait, yeah, when a pair of allele is similar for a trait, like उस करेक्टर के लिए सिमिलर ट्रेट है, हाइट है, तो हाइट अगर उसकी टॉल है तो वी कैन प्रेजेंट इट कैपिटल टी और कैपिटल टी, ठीक है. लेकिन होमोजाइगस एलील को, इफ अ पर्सन इज हैविंग सेम टाइप ऑफ एलील, या तो उसके लिए दो पॉसिबिलिटीज हो सकती हैं. यू कैन राइट इट इन द फॉर्म ऑफ कैपिटल टी और यू कैन राइट इट इन द फॉर्म ऑफ स्मॉल टी. एंड इफ अ पर्सन इज हैविंग या वी आर गोइंग टू प्रेजेंट अ ट्रेट विद डिफरेंट एलील, जिसकी हाइट जो है या तो वो टॉल होगी, शॉर्ट के केस में हेट्रोजाइगस एलील नहीं आती है. जस्ट अगर तो उस पर्सन के पास डिफरेंट एलील है, इफ अ पर्सन इज हैविंग डिफरेंट एलील, देन दैट एलील इज कॉल्ड एज हेट्रोजाइगस एलील. दैट मींस द ओनली पॉसिबिलिटी इज हेट्रोजाइगस इज वन इज कैपिटल लेटर and one is small letter. I am writing here capital T for the height of the plant. If you are going, you can use any symbol. For example, if you are representing, give an example of if a person is having the same eye color, you can present it like capital E, or you can symbolize it with capital A. Or if a person is having different allele for the eye color, you can write it capital A and small a. It's all up to you कि आप symbol कोई भी different use कर सकते हैं, लेकिन वो symbol हमेशा पेयर की फॉर्म में होगा. और अगर वो हेट्रोजाइगस कंडीशन में है तो उसके लिए एक कैपिटल लेटर होगा और एक स्मॉल लेटर होगा. अगर वो होमोजाइगस कंडीशन में है तो उसके लिए दो ही पॉसिबिलिटीज हैं, या तो वो कैपिटल लेटर्स में होगा और या फिर वो स्मॉल लेटर्स में होगा. बट दैट इज ऑलवेज द you have to write the both letters because the repeated letters, because the genes or alleles are always present in the form of pairs. So now by understanding this concept, you must be familiar with the term dominant allele and recessive allele. If the allele express itself in both homozygous and heterozygous condition, like this is the homozygous condition जिसमें दोनों allele same थी characters के लिए, और अगर एक पर्सन के पास जो है वो अपने एक एलील एक्सप्रेस कर रहे हैं, लेट्स सपोज आप फिजिकली तो आप देख के बता सकते हैं कि ये टॉल प्लांट है या ये शॉर्ट प्लांट है, लेकिन अगर आप जीनोटिपिक क्रॉस देखना हो कि जेनेटिक मेकअप देखना हो तो उसके लिए आप जो है कैसे प्रेजेंट करेंगे कि ये डोमिनेंट था या ये रिसेसिव था. तो अगर वो जीन अपने आप को एक्सप्रेस करते, और जीन अपने आप को सिर्फ तभी एक्सप्रेस करती है जब उसके पास दोनों अलील्स कैपिटल होंगी, ठीक है, सिंपल समझने के लिए कि दोनों अलील्स अगर डोमिनेंट होंगी, दोनों अलील्स अगर कैपिटल लेटर्स में होंगी या उनमें से कोई एक अलील भी कैपिटल लेटर में होगी तो उसको हम डोमिनेंट कंसीडर करेंगे. फॉर एग्जांपल इन दिस केस स्मॉल टी में ये दोनों केस में आप डोमिनेंट नहीं कह सकते क्योंकि दोनों लेटर स्मॉल हैं. इन अदर केस दिस कैपिटल टी कैन बी डोमिनेंट क्योंकि दोनों ही कैपिटल हैं, सो ये दोनों जीन अपने आप को एक्सप्रेस कर देंगी. इस केस में हेट्रोजाइगस allele के केस में there is one capital T and one small t, so because of this capital T it will be expressed itself, and because of this expression this allele is considered as capital T small t considered as the dominant allele. So that's why we have to write this, the dominant allele express itself in both homozygous and heterozygous condition, whereas the recessive allele does not express itself in the heterozygous condition. Recessive allele कभी भी heterozygous condition के अंदर अपने आप को express नहीं करेगी in case of dominant. अगर कैपिटल T स्मॉल t है तो हमेशा कैपिटल T ही मतलब उसकी हाइट को टॉल ही माना जाएगा. अगर दोनों अलील रिसेसिव हैं, दोनों अलील स्मॉल लेटर्स में है, तो तभी वो रिसेसिव अलील जो है वो अपने आप को शो करेगी. अदरवाइज अगर कैपिटल टी की कंडीशन है या कैपिटल टी स्मॉल टी कंडीशन में है, तो तब हाइट जो है दिस स्मॉल टी विल बी द रिसेसिव एंड द पर्सन इज हैविंग द टॉल हाइट और द प्लांट इज हैविंग द टॉल हाइट, क्योंकि उस अलील ने अपने आप को एक्सप्रेस नहीं किया. Here you can go, we can, this is a cross basically, and this cross is called as the test cross, and test cross is used to see the genetic makeup of an organism. किसी भी ऑर्गेनिज्म को, यानी कि जैसे मेंडल ने कि कैसे ट्रेड्स ट्रांसफर होते हैं पेरेंट्स टू ऑफस्प्रिंग, उसके लिए उसने अपने लॉज पेश किए थे और उस लॉज को उसने पुनेट स्क्वायर के थ्रू प्रेजेंट किया था कि अगर ये देखना हो कि कितने परसेंट जो है वो प्लांट की हाइट या एक एनिमल की हाइट या एक ह्यूमन की हाइट कितने परसेंट चांसेस हैं कि वो टॉल होंगे और कितने परसेंट चांसेस हैं कि वो शॉर्ट होंगे, तो उसके लिए उसने प्रोसेस करवाए थे. अब प्रोसेस करवाने का एक सिंपल मेथड इधर बता देती हूँ. दिस इज द एडिशनल इन्फॉर्मेशन, बट लेट मी टेल यू दैट वी गोना लेट्स सपोज कैपिटल टी इज अ हेटेरोजाइगस कंडीशन और इट इज अ डोमिनेंट एलील. कैपिटल टी का क्रॉस अगर आप कैपिटल टी के साथ करवाएं तो हाउ इट कैन बी क्रॉस दिस कैपिटल टी एंड कैपिटल टी, सो दैट्स व्हाई कैपिटल टी दोनों होमोजाइगस हैं और दोनों डोमिनेंट है. Capital T small t, this is the heterozygous allele, and this is tall because this is dominant because of the capital T. Capital T, small t, capital T, you can write it first the small t capital T, or you can write it as dominant first and then the recessive allele. Then capital T small t, that means this is also the tall plant, and there's the small t, then this is the recessive. So उन चार plants में से सिर्फ एक possibility थी कि एक जो है वो plant छोटा होगा, rest of the three would be the taller one. अगर आप इनकी जीनोटिपिक रेशो देखो तो आप ये कहेंगे कि 3:1, लाइक 3 टॉल प्लांट है और 1 शॉर्ट है. अगर आप होमोजाइगस और हेटेरोजाइगस के केस में देखेंगे तो आप कहेंगे कि 2 जो है 1 होमोजाइगस डोमिनेंट, 1 होमोजाइगस रिसेसिव एंड 2 हेटेरोजाइगस. ठीक है, ये 2 हेटेरोजाइगस है, ये होमोजाइगस है और ये भी होमोजाइगस है, लेकिन ये होमोजाइगस रिसेसिव है और ये होमोजाइगस डोमिनेंट है. Hopefully these concepts are fully cleared now. If not, please repeat the video and watch it again. Okay, now that which I have explained it over here, this is basically the genotype, and by physical appearance, यानी कि ये tall plant है या आप किसी plant को देखे कि अच्छा ये इतने tall थे इधर और इतने short थे, तो that is the phenotype. आप किसी भी organism को देखे अच्छा ये अपने अब्बा जी पर क्या है, या this person has just similar, just ditto copy of his parent or just ditto copy of his mother or ditto copy of his father, तो वो जो आप बताते हैं that is the phenotype, physical appearance किसी भी organism की. जबकि आप जब बताते हैं जीनोटाइप, तो जीनोटाइप क्या होता है, ये क्रॉसेस करवाने के बाद जो रेशो निकलती है जेनेटिक मेकअप जो आप फाइंड आउट करती हैं, तो दैट इज बेसिकली द जीनोटाइप. आफ्टर दिस इज द जीनोटाइप, यानी कि जेनेटिक कोड की मदद से आपने कहा. और फिनोटाइप क्या है कि फिजिकल एक्सप्रेशन, इस बंदे के हेयर जो है वो अपने अब्बा जी पे गए हैं, आंखें अपनी अम्मा पे चली गई हैं, नाक जो है वो फिनी पड़ुकड़ी नाक जो है वो इस बंदे पे चली गई है. So this was all about it. हाँ, there is DNA replication. There is a topic how DNA replicate. Replicate का मतलब होता है कॉपी बनाना. So we can say that the process of copying of or duplicating the DNA molecule. DNA अपनी कॉपी बनाता है. अब कैसे कॉपी बनाता है? DNA is a double helical structure. Firstly, let's see that what is DNA made up of. DNA is made up of 3 things. One is called as deoxyribose sugar. One is called as phosphate group, which is the backbone of DNA, and one is called as nitrogenous bases. And there are the 4 nitrogenous bases which combine to form the DNA. These are the mnemonic of that nitrogenous bases at Government College. A always form double bond with the T, and G always form bond with the C, or C always form bond with the G, and T always form bond with the A. So as the word indicate the DNA, you can see that the structure of the DNA is basically proposed by a scientist, Waston and Crick, and there is another scientist whose name was Rosie Land, but he died. He didn't receive the Nobel Prize, but the Rosie and Frankis got the Waston and Crick got the Nobel Prize because they were alive. So they present the model of the DNA. I have already told you that what is the shape of the DNA or what structure are present in the DNA. So this is the DNA strand. This is the double helical structure. ये double helical structure है, double strand है. When you're gonna unzip this strand, how DNA replicate? DNA अपनी copy कैसे बनाता है? DNA unzip these 2 molecules and these 2 molecules will be separated. Each strand is called as, let's suppose this is a strand and this is a strand. Each strand is also called as a template, and each template has the ability to produce a new strand. अगर आपको एक strand की basis का पता है तो आप उसके basis पे दूसरी basis का अंदाजा जो है वो आप खुद से आप उसको strand create कर सकते हैं. This is basically how DNA make its own copy, और इस तरह DNA अपनी copies बनाता जाता है और जो है वो new strands produce करता जाता है. So duplicating the DNA molecule or copying the DNA molecule is called as DNA replication. Here is the structure. Basically, a human is having made up of many cells, and in the cell center is present the nucleus. The nucleus contains the chromosome where the genes are located, where the DNA and genes are made up of, combined to form the chromosome. And in the chromosome there are many genes which are transferred from your parents to your body. Now, how DNA work? In this chapter, you are not going to make it a lengthy one, so we are just gonna study कि DNA कैसे काम करता है. इसके लिए आपको सिर्फ छोटा सा प्रोसेस समझना है. One is called as the transcription. DNA work in two processes, which is also called as the central dogma. Working of DNA is called as central dogma, which is, it takes place in two steps. One is called as transcription and one is called as translation. In this class we are not going to study it in detail, so that's why I'm just telling you a minor part. So transcription is basically the synthesis of messenger RNA. Synthesis of messenger RNA is the RNA which receive messages or which carry messages from one form and transfer it to the other. ठीक है, जो मैसेज लेकर आ रहा है वो राइबोसोमल आरएनए जो मैसेज लेकर आ रहा है. सिंथेसिस ऑफ मैसेंजर आरएनए फ्रॉम द डीएनए इज कॉल्ड एज द ट्रांसक्रिप्शन, वेयर एज द सिंथेसिस ऑफ प्रोटीन फ्रॉम द मैसेंजर आरएनए इज कॉल्ड एज ट्रांसलेशन. Protein basically क्या है? ये amino acids combine to form protein. These are the different polypeptide, long chain of polypeptide or amino acid combine to form protein. आपकी body के अंदर different structural protein होती हैं, कुछ functional protein होती हैं. जैसे you have studied in the chapter enzymes that all the enzymes are protein, and enzyme are the biocatalysts. And what are the enzymes? They are the biocatalysts which speed up the rate of chemical reaction. So some structural proteins are also present, like hair keratin protein होती है जैसे, और आपकी body का structure build करने में भी बहुत सारी protein involve होती है. तो ये चीजें आप fully form में पढ़ेंगे in the grade 11 or grade 12. Hopefully you like this video. If you like it, please make sure to like, share and subscribe as well. And I will catch you in the next video. Allah Hafiz.